Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian Hill High School Video Department presents the girls varsity basketball between the visiting Finneytown Wildcats and your home team, Indian Hill Braves, on this chilly December 3rd evening here at Indian Hill High School. My name's John Warden, and along with my sidekick here, Larry Eli.
Well, it's nice to be at your side and kicking.
As long as we're both kicking, Larry, that's what counts.
That's right.
Well, we have the opening match of the CHL, the Cincinnati Hills League, tonight. This is the first league game for both teams. Indian Hill victorious last Tuesday against Landmark Christian, and they haven't played since then, Larry, so I hope the layoff doesn't hurt them.
Well, it might depend partially on how much they ate Thanksgiving Day. I know it's always hard to come back after several days layoff. They have had at least a chance to practice on Monday, which was yesterday prior to the game.
Finneytown, on the other hand, I'm not sure if they've played since last week or not, but I did talk to their coach, Carol Miller, the former Carol Madsen, who is an outstanding athlete, great basketball player. And they have four girls that are not with them tonight: Leah Holstein, Liz Brom, Ian Donnie, and Andrea Bradford, and they're food poisoning, flu, and injuries. So they right away are four varsity players down coming into this contest.
Well, that makes it tough for a coach when you have to use young players against varsity level competition. But of course, when you take a look at Indian Hill's lineup, it features two freshmen. So perhaps that'll even out a little bit experience-wise. Well, with Indian Hill having basically a very young team in there themselves.
What'll happen? It ends up that the lineup for Finneytown tonight, number 22, Naomi Bronson, is a senior, and Tricia Wyant, number 30, is a 5'11 sophomore. 31, Ann Crary, is a 6-foot sophomore, and 33, Erin Flick, a 5'8 freshman, and number 42, Heidi Miller, a 5'8 senior.
That's a pretty tall lineup, John. It'll be an interesting game.
And now for the Braves. As you can hear the crowd in the background, they are introducing the non-starters. Number 10, Annie Skank.
Number 22, Tiffin Beecham.
Junior forward, 5'8, Tiffin Beecham.
Number 24, Lauren Rogers.
5'8 freshman forward, Lauren Rogers, who played 3 quarters of the JV game. 5'7 guard, freshman Courtney Cooper, also started in the JV game. 34, Caitlin O'Reilly, 5'10 sophomore center. 5'10 freshman center, Hillary Peters, number 42. 5'6 senior, Jill Tebby. And number 50, a 5'6 senior forward, Katie Pritchard. And to finish up the non-starters, 5'6 junior forward, Jolene Miller. Now for the starters. Deanna Ryback, one of the co-captains, a 5'6 senior guard. Another tri-captain, 14, 5'6 junior, Molly Whitaker. 5'11 freshman starter at center, number 32, Sarah David. Number 40, a 5'8 freshman guard, number 40, Haley Warden. And number 52, 5'8 senior, forward tri-captain, Crystal Schockman. The Braves are coached by Kevin Seipel, assisted by Mike Tyson, and JV coach is John Perry. And now everyone please rise for the national anthem.
Thank you.
Well, John, this is going to be a fun game. You know, Indian Hill coached by the first-year coach and the also head football coach, Kevin Seipel, and his assistant is an interesting person, Mike Tyson, whose daughter is playing basketball in college this year, who has probably been to and watched more girls' games than you and I have been to, even though we've coached some teams in the past. He's been to a lot of them. And so it'll be interesting to watch these two develop as coaches all year long with this very young Indian Hill team.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him. I talked to Coach Tyson about his daughter, and he said, yeah, he's taken in a lot of ball games, and he's glad to be helping his head coach, Kevin Seipel, who also, Mr. Tyson assists Kevin in football, and Kevin Seipel is also the varsity baseball coach here at Indian Hill.
He's a busy man.
No kids this year for him. There's the tap. Sarah David gets the tip over to Haley Warden. Molly Whitaker will run the point. Haley Warden on the wing. Sarah David down in. Dina Ryback up top. And a turnover goes to Finneytown.
Indian Hill doing a good job of passing the ball, but had an errant pass there, went out of bounds, unfortunately.
Turnovers will kill you. Let's see how the Braves start out here. Looks like they are in a 2-3 zone. And take the ball to the corner. Shot rebounded by number 22. And that's just what we don't need, giving them 3 or 4 shots. Naomi Bronson. Molly Whitaker with the ball.
Nice steal by Haley Warden on that.
Haley on the steal.
Yeah, in the lane when that.
Here's where we got to get the shot here. Right there. Warden takes a shot. 2 points.
Good job, Indian Hill, passing the ball.
If you move the ball around, somebody's going to be open. Finneytown also in a zone defense. In the zone for the Braves, Whitaker and Rybeck at the top. Warden, David, and Schockman down underneath, where Crystal's in the middle right now. Naomi Bronson handling the ball. Number 11 for Finneytown is not on this roster that I have.
Nice shot by number 12. Nothing but net. Heidi Miller.
Heidi Miller, number 12. They have her as 42 in the program. That's why I couldn't find her. Dina Rybeck throws the ball away. Number 30, Tricia Wyant.
Oh, nice hustle down the floor by number 52, Crystal Schockman. She picked up a foul. She prevented a layup, and she really sprinted the floor. That comes probably from her play on the soccer team where she's used to take off and running hard.
She's a heady player. She's very smart, and that foul was before she went into the shooting motion. So Finneytown will inbounds the ball. And number 11, and Larry, I don't see number 11 on my roster. They might have had another number change there.
Well, they've got us fooled. That's all right.
Yeah, isn't that something? That second shot, second effort. Sarah David comes out with the rebound.
Sarah David jumps very well.
A lot of girls, Larry, they just want to stand and reach. But Sarah David will leave her feet and go up after that ball.
Yeah, she sure will. She jumps very well.
Haley Warden for a 3 off the front of the rim. And Naomi Bronson brings it up for the Wildcats.
Naomi's a very quick player. She's made a couple nice plays already in this game.
Nice block. By Sarah David, and out of bounds on Finneytown. Braves ball.
There's that ability to jump again. She left her feet and got in the air to block that shot. Good job by Sarah David.
Nice job by Sarah. Sarah and Haley are 2 freshmen that are starting, and they've played quite a few years of AAU basketball, which helps when you play in the summer. You can't play this sport just during the season. Molly Whitaker turns it over, and number 12 brings it down. Naomi Bronson on the floor, Molly on the floor, and she gets rid of it over to Dina Ryback. Haley Warden travels. She forgot to get the ball on the floor. Took too many steps, and Haley turns it over, and we had the numbers there, Larry.
That's right. Well, the score of 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter is 2-2.
Here in the first quarter at Indian Hill High School, the Finneytown Wildcats She's carried the ball, double dribble.
Looks like that time Indian Hill changed up on defense and went to a man-to-man defense. I think it kind of caught Finneytown a little bit by surprise.
Naomi looked up and Molly Whitaker was standing right there. It's like, where did you come from? So now we have Molly Whitaker running to point. Haley Warden over on the wing. Dina Rybeck. We've got to learn to bounce pass the ball. Dina gets away with a foul there, but Crystal Schockman picks up her second foul on a block.
Well, got to be able to move your feet quickly in basketball, and she got caught in a position where she couldn't quite move her feet quick enough to cut off number 22, and it was unfortunate she picked up her second foul.
Picked up her second foul early, Larry, and it's going to bring in number 22, Tiffin Beecham, a 5'8 junior forward, and Tiffin's done a nice job. She has a good shot, and she's in here to take over right away, slaps the ball away.
Right, and Tiffin has moved on defense to the forward, and the freshman Sarah David has moved to center on defense.
So number 11 inbounds the ball for the Wildcats. And
that ball took a little trip. It went down the hall, out the door, and down the hall.
Oh,
Referee had to go.
Here
he comes.
Back. We thought he'd gotten kidnapped.
Yeah.
Naomi Bronson takes the inbounds pass. She has a tendency to carry the ball. That's what the official called early in the game. Drives to the hoop and is fouled. And it looks like Sarah David might have got a piece of her there. Number 32, Sarah David, picks up her first foul. And that's the team's third.
Number 22 has quick feet. And Indian Hill's going to have to do a good job of shuffling their feet on defense to cut her off, to keep her from penetrating and creating problems on the defense.
I talked to Coach Seipel, and he said that this was their best player. But Naomi really does a job for Finneytown, and this is the player we have to stop in order to win this ball game tonight. And she helped us right there by missing both ends of that two-shot foul. Score remains tied 2-2 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Looks like they made a change on offense for Indian Hill. They have moved Haley Warden to point guard and put Molly Whitaker off to the side as shooting guard.
Naomi takes it to the hoop. Sarah David on the rebound. Outlet pass to Warden.
Sarah David doing a good job again of getting off her feet up for the rebound.
Haley Warden running to point now, right back at the wing, also with Molly Whitaker at the wing. Getting in trouble right there. She got the shot off. They're going to go out of bounds on the foul. Red number 12.
Foul number 12, Miller.
That's Heidi Miller. Okay, we got 12 identified. Now we can find out who 11 was. 22, Naomi Bronson. Number 30 is Tricia Wyatt.
Into the game for Indian Hill is Annie Skank, replacing Dina Rybeck.
Annie, a lot of quickness right there with Annie Skank. Oh, Molly throws it away.
Annie, another Indian Hill athlete who also plays more than one sport, is a very, very good soccer player. So maybe she'll be able to keep up with number 22 here, foot speed wise.
I think she'll give Naomi some problems because Annie moves her feet well, and she's going to be right on her. Officials got the 5-second count on. You can only dribble the ball for 5 seconds. Actually 4 on the 5th second. It is a turnover. And you can hold the ball for 4 seconds. And on the 5th second, that is also a turnover.
Oh, nice job.
And
nice anticipation.
Annie Skank brings it up over to Haley Warden. Set up the Braves offense here. Oh, Haley throws it away. Molly Whitaker luckily retrieves that ball. Nice pass to Sarah David. Sarah back to Molly. Nice block by number 31, Ann Crary.
Good hustle by Indian Hill to retrieve the ball. Nice passing. Haley for three.
Three-pointer for Haley. Off the front of the rim. And I believe Haley followed that shot and followed herself into a foul. And that's number 40. Her first, team's fourth.
Well, John, you taught her well.
I taught her well. She's aggressive like her mother.
Yeah.
She's got my touch.
Indian Hills goes back into their 2-3 zone. They came initially were in a 1-2-2, went back to a 2-3 with looks like a trap.
I think it's a good move right here. Nice job by Kevin Seipel. Molly Whitaker on the rebound. Got away from her. Nice try. Good hustle by Molly.
Indian Hills changing up their defense periodically. Looks like it's confused Finneytown. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
Heidi Miller on the drive over to Tricia Wyant. She takes a long shot. Tiffin Beecham gets away with one. Out to Molly Whitaker and a little long. And Molly ends up with a pushing foul. And all of a sudden, Larry, we have 5 team fouls with 2:35 to go in the first quarter.
Right. 1-1 could come into play.
Boy.
Yeah, that's the aggressive style that Indian Hill has shown here is they're going hard for loose balls and trying to stress the defense.
There's a turnover by Naomi Bronson. Nice pass by Molly Whitaker to Annie Skank. And she misses the shot, but offensive foul on number 22, Naomi Bronson. Threw that left arm out.
Well, I'd like to see a replay of that one.
She came out of it pretty hard.
All right, well, we've been informed by
offensive foul, number 22.
Been informed by our technical assistant, Anthony DeMarco, that we don't have replay available. But while we have a timeout on the floor, I'd like to let you know that tonight's contest could not be possible without the support of the Indian Hill School District Administration. We'd like to extend a special thanks to Dr. David Quattroni, Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Laura Beglin, Principal of the high school, and Mr. Dale Harmon, Student Services Director, for the high school continued support of the video department.
They do a nice job here. Great facilities, super job. And right now, is this a baseball game?
Boy, 2-2 with
2-2 with
2:22 left in the first quarter.
Hey, deuce is wild. 5 twos.
Yeah, well, I tell you, neither team has been able to put the ball into the basket. They've both had some pretty good looks at the basket, just haven't been able to get it to fall. I would imagine this game will be one of those where when they finally start to break the ice, the baskets will all come in a hurry. But so far it's been low scoring with really kind of a lot of turnovers and I guess you'd call kind of sloppy play on both sides.
Right. We need to, this is similar to the JV game we did early tonight, Larry. We need to get the ball down low, try to get Sarah David involved in the offense so that it'll loosen up things inside.
Indian Hill gets the ball in bounds.
Tiffin Beecham launches a 3, I believe. Maybe not. But Naomi Bronson pulls off the rebound, brings it down for the Wildcats. As they have Wyant, nice steal. Haley Warden takes it down the floor. Just take it to the hoop. Shoots it too hard off the glass. And number 11. And it looks like we have a foul on the rebound. Foul on number 40. That's Haley Warden's second. And that's the team's 6th. So we're getting ourselves in foul trouble as Crystal Schockman and Haley Warden both have 2 fouls as Dina Ryback comes back into the ball game for Tiffin Beecham. Coach Seipel just called out to Haley, says, hey, no more fouls, back off. Don't be too aggressive. He likes them aggressive, but let's not make a dumb foul in the backcourt there.
That's a hard lesson to learn and not uncommon for a young player to make. Well, there's that second chance shot by Finneytown.
Heidi Miller.
Offensive rebound.
And you give them that second and third shot. And number 14, Molly Whitaker, called for carrying the basketball. She has a tendency to get underneath the ball at times, and that time the official was right on top of it, and he's called it both ways here as he also caught Naomi Bronson earlier in the quarter. With a minute and a half to go, it's Finneytown 4, the Braves 2.
Good job of Indian Hill fronting the offensive player and making him having to throw a pass over the defense. And it was intercepted by Indian Hill.
Real nice job. Sarah David got a hand on that. Haley. And number 22, Naomi Bronson, on the steal for Molly. And Molly Whitaker commits her second foul. And that puts the Wildcats in the bonus with 1:14 to go here in the first quarter.
Well,
and that's not good.
Well, fortunately, the score is only 4-2. So, Indian Hill's got to pick up the offense a little.
Got to drop some shots in. We're going to have to take some good shots. That ball is short. Molly Whitaker does not block out.
Last two baskets by Finneytown have been.
Yeah,
last two baskets by Finneytown have been on second chances. Indian Hill is not boxing out real well on defense when the shot has been taken. So
there's where we have to get the ball. Good job. Even though we forced it a little bit, that's a foul number 30. And that's Tricia Wyatt, and that's her first.
Even though Sarah David is a freshman, she does a very good job of getting herself in position to receive the pass in the low post and then being able to get off a pretty good shot. So that'll be a real key for Indian Hill for the rest of the game. It's their ability to get the ball in low to number 32.
Jill Tebby, a 5'6 senior, comes in, along with Jolene Miller, 5'6 junior. They replace Haley Warden and Molly Whitaker. They don't want either one of those girls to pick up that third foul here with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. Naomi Bronson handling the ball. Nice inbounds inlet pass. Saved by Jill Tebby. And let's get a nice shot here. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Finneytown into 1-1. Indian Hill a little over aggressive here. Puts herself behind the 8 ball. Jill Tebby down low to Jolene. Annie Skank has the ball. Pops one from 3. Just off the mark. And Heidi Miller grabs the rebound. There's 15 seconds to go here. That's an over and back call. Heidi Miller not realizing where Naomi was.
There's a break for Indian Hill. There's enough time for them to get off a pretty good shot with 12 seconds in the ball at half court. So if they're smart here, should be able to get the ball up for a shot.
Haley Warden comes back in the game for Jolene Miller. Haley's a 3-point shooter, and I imagine with 12.3, maybe set things up and see if she can't launch one. She heads for the corner. Ball goes over to Jill Tebby on the wing. Back to Annie Skank. Annie tries to force it in. Second to go. Naomi, nice throw.
Well, that was some try by Naomi.
Into the first quarter. Here at Indian Hill High School, it's the Finneytown Wildcats 6 and the low-scoring Braves just a 2.
All right. Well, if you're a high school sports fan, you won't want to miss the ICRC Sports Box. Each week, the Sports Box will supply you with the highlights, features, and the inside scoop on local high school sports that you need. For program times, call ICRC at 772-4272. And for those of you that just scrambled for a pencil, I said 772.
What was that number again, Larry?
4272.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. All right.
Well, need we say we got to get the ball in the hole here this second quarter?
That's correct. Indian Hill's got to do a better job of getting off some close-in shots. And defensively, they've got to box out and not give Finneytown that second shot. They got 2 of their 3 baskets on second chances. And so Indian Hill has to, again, box out on defense.
And also right here at key, Larry, is Sarah David has not taken a shot from the field. And she was our leading scorer in the first game with 14 points against Landmark Christian. So Finneytown's done a nice job of sagging back in on her. And if we have to, we're going to have to just force the ball inside to get that ball in Sarah David's hands.
That's correct. You know, perhaps Finneytown scouted our team prior to this game.
They might have seen us at Landmark. They might have known. Naomi Bronson running the point for Finneytown. Heidi Miller, block shot by Sarah David. Deflection by Haley Warden. Steal over to Crystal Schockman. And the Braves bring it up the floor. Over to Dina Ryback, into Crystal and through her hands. And Naomi Bronson picks up the basketball. Sarah David and Naomi carries the ball again.
I wouldn't doubt this Finneytown might have scouted us. I know that they scouted the boys' game as the boys play Finneytown tomorrow night, and the scout for Finneytown was here, and with him was Olympic gold medalist Amanda Borden.
Amanda Borden was here.
That's right. Well, my daughter was excited. She got her autograph.
Oh, and it's throw into the backcourt, and that's a violation. The ball was not touched or caused to go in the backcourt by Finneytown, so that constitutes a over and back call. And Tricia Wyant inbounds it, almost a steal by Haley Warden. She has to be careful with 2 fouls. Molly Whitaker hauls it down. Got a semi-break throw to Dina Ryback. Nice catch by Dina, not going out of bounds. Nice steal by Sarah David. Back out top, Crystal Schockman. Tried to get it into Sarah. Holy cow, 31 just knocks her down. Hey, 1st and 10.
Well, sometimes that happens. You get your momentum moving, and someone cuts in front of you, and it's very hard to stop. I, being a former football player, I understand that.
Well, and you had a lot to stop, too. It's tough getting all that stopped at once.
That's right.
I know, I have that same feeling.
Well,
inbounds pass, stolen by Naomi Bronson. Does a 360 and takes it coast to coast for 2 points.
There's that quickness again. Able to use her quick beat and dribble through some of the Indian Hill defense. Indian Hill's really got to make an effort to cut her off and force her to give up the ball.
Haley Warden with the 3-point attempt, but it's good for a 3.
Well, Indian Hill finally broke the ice. Well, we got a basket early in the game. It's been about 8 minutes since we scored.
Hopefully that'll open up the inside a little bit, Larry, because if he's hit a couple of those shots, Finneytown can't sag back on him like that.
Oh, and Finneytown right back with the 3. That ball banked in off the backboard.
Did she call that?
I don't know if she did. It counts the same. Don't have to call those banks.
Yeah. So a nice call.
For those that are uninformed, that's a common thing you have to do when you play pool. Call the banks.
There the ball's into Sarah David. Off the glass. Crystal Schockman rebounds. Take it straight back up. Good.
There's that offensive rebound bugaboo again. Great job of offensive rebounding by Crystal Schockman.
Now we got a ball game going. 11-7, 5:30 to go here in the second quarter. Turnover, Finneytown. Schockman to Warden. Up. Too hard off the glass. Off Finneytown and Indian Hill basketball.
Indian Hill have the ball out under their basket. Perhaps they can do an inbounds play, give themselves an easy shot off the inbounds play.
Missed a good opportunity there as Haley just took it off the glass a little firm. She inbounds it to Molly Whitaker, and she travels with the basketball. And it'll be Finneytown ball. Tricia Wyant to throw it in, number 30. And number 22, Tiffin Beecham, replaces Molly Whitaker in the Braves lineup.
Indian Hill still pressing.
Naomi Bronson brings it down. Nice dish off to Heidi Miller. She misses it. Offensive rebound. And they got their 3rd shot at it and then create a foul.
Just an excellent job by number 22 for Finneytown.
Naomi Bronson.
Naomi Bronson. Her ability to go through the defense with her footwork and her ability to handle the ball. Really, Finneytown had an easy shot, and in fact, they missed 3 easy shots there. But they do have the player at the line for 2 free throws.
Heidi Miller misses the first one, and Lauren Rogers checks in the game for Crystal Schockman, who just picked up her 3rd personal foul. And that's the 8th team foul against the Braves. Finneytown in the bonus. But Heidi Miller had a 2-shot foul here. She missed the first one and the second one up, and it's good.
I believe that's their first. That'd be their 2nd free throw, but they've had they've missed quite a few free throws also. They're up by 5.
Haley Warden over to Tiffin Beecham. Tiffin looks inside, back to Haley, over to Dina Ryback. Dina, nice shot off the rim. Lauren Rogers, nice rebound off the side. Nice rebound on the offensive board by Lauren Rogers. Naomi Bronson.
She's a player.
She's a player.
You gotta cut her off and force her to have to give up the ball or go toward the side of the court. Keep her from penetrating on you.
She has 8 of the 14 points. Sarah David tries to pass the ball down to Lauren Rogers and deflected by Finneytown. And here comes Naomi Bronson back on the attack for the Wildcats. Tricia Wyant off the glass. Haley Warden in there with the rebound. Down the floor the Braves come. Looking around, Haley down to Tiffin Beecham. Back out to Dina Ryback. A nice three-point shot. Had a good look at the basket. And Heidi Miller pulls off the rebound. Well, we're getting a few more shots anyway, Larry.
That's right. Does a good job also that time, even though she didn't get the rebound by Lauren Rogers of not fouling on the backside on the rebound. And nice job there of defense by Lauren Rogers.
Number 32. And that was Megan Schmidt on the shot. Out of bounds off of the Braves. And the Wildcats will put it in. 3:42 to go in the first half. It's 14-7. Down the middle, nice block, Lauren Rogers. And goes out to Naomi Bronson. Recovers. But nice reaction by Lauren Rogers.
Oh, pretty shot by number 30.
Tricia Wyant with her first basket. Makes it 16-7. We had officials timeout here. The ball rolled out on the floor.
Indian Hill's down by 9 points with 3:23 left in the second quarter. They need to get some offense going here before this game starts to get out of reach.
Yeah, we got to keep it cranking here. Haley over to Tiffin. Takes a three-pointer. And
Indian Hill's just getting one shot.
we got to stop the ball here. Naomi dishes it off to number 30. Tiffin Beecham tried to grab the ball, just missed it. Dina Ryback on the steal. Does a nice job, steps out of bounds, just stepped on the sideline. Nice call by the official. Don Schneider on the game tonight. Was right on top.
That was a correct call. She was out of bounds, but it was a real hustle play by Dina Ryback to steal the ball. And
Dina had a great steal and a nice job of taking that ball down the floor and unfortunately stepped out of bounds. And the Braves take a timeout.
Okay, in order to bring this and other programs to you, we rely on the help of the volunteer students from the middle and high schools of Indian Hill. If it were not for their tireless efforts, we would not be able to televise Indian Hill sports. The entire video department thanks our volunteer staff. Well, John, there's 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in this second quarter, and I don't know how many times we can say it. I guess you can beat a dead horse, but we've got to cut off the penetration by Finneytown's player, Naomi Bronson, and we've got to put the ball in low to get some easier shots. We've had a couple of them here, but we haven't been able to convert, and it's been a meager scoring half for the Braves.
Right. Naomi has 8 of the 16 Finneytown points. She's half the offense right here, but also controls the game for them by her floor play and does a nice job. As she brings the ball down the floor right now as we start after the timeout. 2:50 to go here in the second quarter. Braves have to stay out of foul trouble here. We already have committed 8 fouls. And number 11, who...
Good job by Finneytown of passing the ball to the open person for the easy shot, easy 12-foot shot.
They tried to force it in to Sarah David. Now she has the ball, free throw line, dumps it to Sarah. Nice. Sarah David to Lauren Rogers.
Nice play by the Braves. That was a real good job by Sarah David, hitting the open player when they collapsed on her under the basket for an easy two.
So nice ball movement there. And we need to do some more of that. Oh, blocking foul on number 12, Dina Ryback, as Naomi started her move to the basket. Dina didn't quite get there. That's the 9th team foul, so this will be the last time for 1-and-1 this half. As Larry, when they commit 10 fouls, it's the double bonus and it's an automatic 2 shots.
That's right.
Naomi Bronson, the first of the bonus, and it's up and good. Jill Tebby, number 44, checks in for Tiffin Beecham with 2:05 to go here in the first half. Jill's a 5'6" senior here at Indian Hill. Been in the basketball program for 4 years. Bronson's second shot, up and good. 20-9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Lauren Rogers from the corner on a pass from Dina Rybeck. No weak side rebounding, and number 11 pulls down the board. Naomi Bronson brings it up over to Heidi Miller. Skip pass across, and a travel. All number 22, Bronson.
Good job by Dina Ryback playing defense, keeping her hands active and tipping the ball and causing a travel.
Dina did a super job right there by getting up close to Naomi and caused her to travel. I think Naomi turned around, was a little surprised that Dina was up on her that close. But that's a nice job by Dina Rybeck.
Good job.
Tri-captain senior. Haley into Sarah David. 3-point shot by Rybeck. Rebound Heidi Miller. And the Braves remain ice cold here in the first half with 1:25 to go. They're still in the 2-3 zone, which with Bronson's quickness I think is a very good move. Ball stripped by Warden. Picked up by Rybeck. Back over to Warden. Looks inside, sees Sarah David, over to Lauren Rogers. Shots up. Jill Tebby on the rebound, takes a shot off the glass. Too hard, nothing there. Naomi Bronson with the rebound as we're under a minute here in the first half.
That's the first time Indian Hills had a second shot. About 4 or 5 times down the floor. That finally got that offensive rebound. They're going to have to get lots of that in this second half.
In low. The ball goes down to Ann Carey. Braves are down 22-9, and they could sure use a bucket here. Haley over to Sarah David, and the ball is stolen by Ann Crary. Ann's a 6-foot sophomore from Finneytown, and Naomi Bronson backs it out with 20 seconds remaining, and looks like the Wildcats will go for one shot here, Larry.
It looks that way. They're not really moving around much, and I think they're kind of waiting for.
Almost steal by Haley. We don't
Waiting
need a
for
foul
time to
here.
run out. Oh, Indian
Nice
Hill.
job tipping it out. Haley Warden launches one down, and that's halftime. And the first half here at Indian Hill High School in the first opening game of the CHL season. It's Finneytown 22 and the Indian Hill Braves 9. Welcome back to Finneytown. We're in Indian Hill, aren't we?
Yeah.
Welcome
John,
back to Indian Hill High School.
You got it.
Start of the second half. The score is 22-9, not 6-2 as you may see on your screen. That might be from the JV game.
Well, I wish it was 6-2 instead of 22-9.
We'd only be down 4 instead of 13.
Right. Well, this is Larry Eli with John Warden, Indian Hill High School, and we look forward to the second half.
Well, Larry, we got to come out. We have to get the ball inside. Sarah David did not score in the first half. Haley Warden had 5, Crystal Schockman 2, and Lauren Rogers 2.
Now, we've got to do
that was the extent of the offense.
Well, we've got to do that for sure, and we have to stop 22 from penetration.
Naomi Bronson's a heck of a player, and she has
sure
10 of their 22 points. And we have to shut her down as the Braves put the ball in play to start second half. And on the floor for the Braves, it'll be Molly Whitaker, Haley Warden, Dina Ryback, Crystal Schockman, and Sarah David, the 5 starters that started the ball game for the Braves.
Looks like the same starters are in for Finneytown, and they're in a
that way.
1-2-2 zone to start this second half.
Well, let's hope something frees up on the wing. Right away, Haley takes the ball to Dina, and the ball is over to Finneytown. Naomi Bronson with the ball. Somebody has to take a charge. Number 30 takes a shot. Molly Whitaker up for the rebound. Just misses getting that ball. Tricia Wyan on that shot, number 30. Naomi Bronson takes it back out, set it up.
Good job by Indian Hill in cutting off penetration that time by 22.
Looked like she had an early or easy basket there.
Yeah.
She had a nice path to the basket.
Better defense here to start this second half by Indian Hill.
Foul on Haley Warden. That's her third. And that's the first in the second half here for the Braves. She's got to be careful.
Indian Hill's had a lot of reach-in fouls.
Can't be reaching, slapping for the ball. Just play good defense, move your feet. Don't slap and reach around for the basketball.
Yeah. Break for Indian Hill.
Hey, there's a turnover.
There we go.
We'll take it.
Well,
Molly
this 1-2-2 zone, that entry pass, that first pass has got to be a good one here to make the zone move his feet. There we go.
Right there's nice bounce pass, deflected. Nice try getting it into Sarah David. Ball was knocked away. And I don't know why the Braves are in the man-to-man.
Yeah, Indian Hill again cut off 22 and forced her to pull up and shoot. Doing a little better job so far in the second half and containing 22, but we've got to get the ball down the floor and get off a shot. That's 2 times down the floor without getting off a shot.
Right. See right here, Haley has to take that ball one side or the other, make their defense commit. There's a nice pass into Sarah David, back to Molly Whitaker. Nice shot. At least we worked the ball around, got a nice shot out of it.
Right. Molly ought to be able to take that ball right on in. And
well,
put it
she
in
had
as
the
a
opening,
layup.
didn't she? I was hoping that was a layup if she goes right to the hole.
Get so used to watching NBA games that it's a dunk.
Naomi Bronson drives the middle.
Nice penetration. It didn't cut off number 22.
Ryback with the ball. Back to Warden. Takes a three and drops it in. Three-pointer for Haley Warden. Her second three of the game. And we have to do that, folks, to open this game up. She's got to take that shot. Got to play some good defense. Came out in a man-to-man here. That's a charging foul.
Good job by
Bronson.
14 with body position. Draw the offensive foul.
That's her second.
That's one of those calls that really can kind of go either way, and Indian Hill was lucky in that it was called an offensive foul.
Both times, though, Larry, she's taken that arm and tried to push the person off, and I think that's where it wasn't a lot of contact, but it was just that she's using that arm to move people out of the way. Skip past Molly Whitaker, and she throws it away.
Again, Indian Hill's got to get shots off.
We're shooting ourselves in the foot here with the turnovers, Larry.
Yeah. Hope we're able to run by the end of the game. Get a lot of sore feet out there.
Naomi Bronson taking it down. She's sort of a one-man gang. Off the glass, doesn't go. Sarah David with the rebound.
Good job of
nice
jumping
job by
for the
Sarah.
ball.
And Haley travels. She took a little skip before she got the ball on the ground, and we are having problems getting the ball down the floor to get a shot.
Well, that's a sign of the young team which we have in that they have a little bit of times of indecision. In basketball, you have to be quick and be decisive in your passing game. And we haven't done that yet.
I haven't done it yet. Number 11, Aaron Flick over there on that side. And Bronson tied up. Heidi Miller with the ball.
Man-to-man defense has done a better job of kind of containing them, but hasn't helped our offense.
Nice job on the steal by Crystal Schockman. We collapse back in the middle. Nice job. Now we need to get a good shot here, Larry.
Yes, sir. There we go. Got the ball and take it up.
There it is. There it is. That's
All
what
right.
we got to do.
Every time.
That's what we have to do.
Maybe that'll just spur Sarah David on. I know she's played these girls in AAU basketball many times and has done very well against them, and she's kind of been bottled up tonight, and I know she's probably a little bit frustrated. And getting to the line will make her feel better, I'm sure.
That helps. That foul was on number 31, Ann Crary, and that's her second and the team's second this half as Finneytown takes a timeout.
Okay. Well, during this timeout, I'd like to remind you that the Indian Hill High School video department is proud to bring Braves fans over 15 girls and boys basketball games this season. Be sure to tune in to ICRC Community and Educational Access channels to catch your Indian Hill Braves. Well, we cut the lead down by 1 point, John. We got to cut it down by more than 1 point, being down 12 points here with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. We got to cut this down.
Well, that time down, Haley took the ball into Sarah right away. Sarah David came up, grabbed it, went right to the basket, got fouled by Ann Crary, and that sends Sarah David to the foul line, and she'll be shooting 2 shots as we resume play here with 4:31 to go in the third quarter. It's Finneytown 24 and the Braves 12. Both starting lineups on the floor for both teams. Same way they started the game, and they started the second half with this group. Now as I look over and say that, Annie Skank has entered the game, replacing Molly Whitaker. And Sarah David drops in the first one, and that's her first point of the game. And that helps. We have to get her on the scoreboard. In and out. Nice try on the steal by Dina Rybeck. Hustled down there. And it's 24-13. Braves cut the lead. Single digits. Naomi on the drive. And we can't stop her.
No, there's that. She's very quick off the dribble, and she penetrates down that middle. We've got to have people slide off their man and collapse into the middle to cut off that drive, and we have yet not been able to do that yet tonight.
Foul by Sarah David, her second. That's the team's second this half.
In watching her play, I'd like to see the player who's got quick enough feet to stay with her.
Yeah.
That'd be a good player. She is exceptionally quick.
I'd like to send Kevin Seipel an email. Let's go to the zone. And that's what happens. Steal by Haley Warden. Annie Skank on the go. Haley brings it down. Keeps her dribble. Back out to the top. Dina Rybeck with the basketball. And a foul by Naomi Bronson, and that's her third. And folks, we get her in foul trouble. Finneytown's in trouble.
That would be a real bonus. Be able to get her off the floor and onto the bench.
We need to keep moving the ball to her, because it'd be great to have her pick up her fourth foul here with 4:05, but Coach Miller is sending in number 21, and that's Nikki Long. And I believe Nikki played in the JV game, Larry. We saw a lot of her earlier this evening.
Yeah, she's also a very quick player who does a very good job of handling the ball.
But she is not the threat that Naomi Bronson is.
No,
Skip pass to Haley. Haley's up and in.
Good job of taking the basketball to the hole by Haley Warden that time. Not trying to go up for a jump shot, but going right to the hole and with a chance for a three-point play even.
Double dribble. Aaron Flick double dribbles the basketball, and the Braves bring it down as Finneytown girl throws the ball away in disgust. Nothing's called. Warden with the ball. Over to Skank. Looks inside. Dribbles down the right side. Crystal Schockman back out top. Dina Rybeck back to Crystal. In Annie Skank. Nice try. Finneytown deflects the ball out of bounds.
Good look by Indian Hill, trying to get the ball down low for the easy basket. Good job of passing and keeping your eyes open.
Haley Warden throws it in. Dina Rybeck. Crystal Schockman back to Haley. Three-pointer off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound. 2-point by Rybeck. Sarah David with the rebound. And she's pushed a little bit, but ended up out of bounds.
Good job of rebounding by Indian Hill that time. We got a couple of shots off, a couple of real good looks at the basket. Indian Hill now in a full-court press.
We had the shots there. Nothing fell. Tricia Wyant looking to throw it in. Dina Rybeck fouls on the inbounds play, and she picks up foul number 2.
That's only Indian Hill's third foul so far in this second half, so that won't hurt us a bit. Got to do a good job of defending the inbounds throw here.
So Tricia Wyant will try it again. Nikki Long over to Heidi Miller. Heidi guarded by Haley. Haley. Nikki Long. And there's a steal. Dina Rybeck to Haley. up off the back of the rim. Haley's back in there, takes it up again, and it doesn't go, but she's fouled.
All right, Indian Hill's starting to cut into this a little. It's down to...
and it's going to be 2 shots here
down
for
to 11.
number 40.
With 2 free throws coming. So we're starting to make a little bit of a run here.
Fouls on Erin Flick, and that's her first. Haley Warden will be shooting 2 shots here for the Braves. A little bit firm off the back of the rim.
Well, this place went definitely quiet when she went to shoot.
Didn't it get quiet?
I tell you, you'd think it was a golf tournament.
She must have told him not to talk because she's a pretty tough kid. In and out. Tough break. Tricia Wyatt on the rebound. Nobody back for the Braves. Sarah David fouls.
Nice foul by Sarah David.
Heidi Miller.
You hate to see a foul, but that's one where you to make a foul and save a basket. It's well worth the effort. And that was a good job of running the floor by Sarah David to save a basket. Foul the shooter.
Only bad part is it's her third. Courtney Cooper enters the game and replaces Dina Rybeck. So right now we have 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior on the floor, Larry.
Yeah, pretty young team out there.
So there's a nice future on that floor. Yeah. Heidi Miller makes the first of 2.
Well, us being Indian Hill being unable to convert last couple times down the floor on the free throw and on a couple of the shots we had, we're now staring at that same 13-point deficit.
Yeah, it's back to 13 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, 28-15.
Right, and number 22 is still out of the game.
And we just turned it over again. And all this with Naomi Bronson on the bench. So that's a big plus for the Wildcats. Tricia Bryant, got those feet moving before the ball hit the floor.
Well, break again for Indian Hill. Let's see if we can get it back to 11 and then down to 9 before the end of the quarter.
Oh. Outside official made that AT&T call. Long distance.
Yeah, another turnover by Indian Hill.
Nice job by Annie Skank and number 21.
Well, there's a good example of an upperclassman, a good defensive player. Not so much of an upperclassman. Could move on the defensive part to cut off a dribble to number 21's right side, and she had to either go left or commit the offensive foul. Good job.
Nikki Long picks up the foul. Courtney Cooper with the shot. It's there. Nice pass.
That's
there.
a shot Indian Hill had. I think that might be the first one we've converted today. That's an important shot that we've got to be able to make to get back in this game.
Nice ball movement there, Larry, and they got the ball. They skipped it across court, and right. Courtney was wide open, and she canned the shot. The foul on Annie Skank, and that's her first, and that's the team's 5th. Both teams have committed 5 fouls here in the third quarter, so they're 2 away from being in the bonus both ways. And here goes Nikki Long. Oh, Courtney Cooper almost on a steal there. Nice anticipation. Courtney's played real good basketball. Heidi Miller with the ball. She traveled, not called. Ball was tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Wildcats.
Again, Sarah David doing a nice job on defense, able to really, in essence, block the shot out of bounds.
Just need a couple stops here, and I think if we could get a couple baskets, Larry, get these girls fired up and get them back in the ball game. There we go. Erin Flick missed the shot. That ball was tipped out of bounds.
Evidently.
By Courtney Cooper, evidently.
Yeah, evidently she was unable to get out of the trap. That was tough for us
to see from here. Caitlin O'Reilly comes in for Crystal Schockman. And now we have 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores on the floor. So there's the Indian Hill future out there playing right now, folks. And the future is going to be good. Nikki Long pulls up but travels. And you'll probably see a lot of combinations of the freshmen. Lauren Rogers, another excellent freshman player. These girls are just going to have to learn to play it. And tipped out of bounds. Deflected the last second there by the Finneytown girl. As the Braves, Haley Warden inbounds it. Nice pass to Sarah David. No shot. The foul is on the floor. And that's against number 30, Tricia Wyant. And that's her second, team 6.
I need to keep getting the ball whenever they can into 32. We'll end up with some 1-and-1s and a lot of good shots if they can do that.
I'd rather have the basket right there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Annie Skank from long range. Out of bounds. Off of Heidi Miller. So the Braves catch a break, and they'll get the inbounds again as Haley Warden.
Sarah David hustling again in on that rebound play.
Yep, she's there. She's all over the floor. She does a nice job. Haley out to Courtney Cooper. Courtney with a nice soft shot. Off the glass. Haley rebounds it, puts it up, and rolls in and out. There's a lid on the hoop.
Nice rebound by number 31 in red on that play.
31's Heidi Miller. We're under a minute. And Finneytown does us a favor and turns it over.
Boy, it's been at 11 points forever. We just can't seem to get that underneath that double-digit lead that Finneytown has been holding. And I know we're going to see 22 back for the fourth quarter, so we've got to cut into it here.
Crystal Schockman and Dina Rybeck check back in the game for the Braves, both senior tri-captains. 52 seconds here in the third quarter, 28-17 Wildcats. Warden brings it down into Sarah David. She gets rid of it over to Dina. Back out to Haley Warden. Long range, a little bit too deep. She's about a step off, about a step away from that three-point line too far and ended up a little short. And I know she'd like to have that one back. Nice hustle. In on the jump ball. Nice hustle on that. She has my speed, Larry.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's also a good hustler, which you were too. She's a hustler, and that was a nice play. Next possession will go to Indian Hill.
She's fun to watch, and here she's going to get another steal. Comes in behind Heidi Miller, passes it into Crystal Schockman, and gets away from her. Don't foul her, Crystal. There's 25 seconds to go. Nikki Long into Heidi Miller. Easy shot from the side. Ball goes in. We have a good basket, and we have a foul on number 30.
That'd be in red.
No.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good job, though, by the number 30 in Finneytown, crashing the boards in an attempt to get to a rebound if that shot doesn't go in.
Yeah, she went hard to the boards.
Yeah.
So count the basket for Heidi Miller.
Conversely, a good job of boxing out by Indian Hill and drawing the foul.
Fouls on Tricia Wyant.
Again, it's back to a 13-point lead, so we can use both these free throws and maybe another basket before the end of the third quarter.
Dina Ryback with the 1-on-1 and rattles it in. Atta girl. That makes it a 30-18 ball game as the foul on Tricia Wyant, her third, puts Indian Hill in the bonus. And we need to get to the free throw line a little more often here. Pick up some free throws and a couple baskets. And that's a little strong. Comes off to Aaron Flick, number 33 in the ball game. And 21, Nikki Long. Nikki Long pops one. 5-point. Haley Warden takes a three at the buzzer. No good. Nikki Long, a two-pointer to make it Finneytown 32, the Indian Hill Braves 18 as we go into the final 8 minutes here, Larry.
Well, Indian Hill, again, we did not take advantage. We're not unable to take advantage of 22 being out of the game and trim into that 13-point lead they had. In fact, they extended it to 14 while she was out. So Indian Hill's going to have to play an awful dynamite fourth quarter to catch up in this game. And while we have time, I'd like to let you know that the executive producer-director of Braves basketball on ICRC is Anthony DeMarco. Our remote facilities coordinator is Mr. Dennis Stubbs. And our remote facilities are provided by the Indian Hill High School video department. Those guys do a great job. I tell you, I've done some football games with them and basketball, and They are just terrific.
I told Anthony DeMarco, look out, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Move over, baby.
Well, Anthony said he could stand living like he does.
Yeah, DeMarco's on the rise.
That's right.
Boy, who's that ball-headed guy there? Gee whiz. That's why I put my hat on, Larry. I didn't want the glare to get to him. The official on the second horn, you must put the ball in. And he set it on the floor.
Indian Hill turned it over without getting off the shot.
Did not get a shot. Naomi Bronson back in the ball game with Tricia Wyant, Heidi Miller, and Ann Crary, along with Erin Flick for the Finneytown Wildcats. Kick the ball by...
Well, that was excellent defense. Good help defense by the Indian Hill team. When the person guarding Annie Skank was guarding Naomi Bronson, Naomi started to go by her. Other people dropped off and gave good help that time to cut her off.
Shot by Erin Flick, three-pointer, no good. Sarah David with the rebound as Annie Skank brings it down over to Haley Warden. And with 7:25 to go, we've got to get going here. Annie Skank tried to reverse that pass. Don't foul her, Haley. And she fouls her. Not a very smart foul. You got to let her go. Too much speed there. And that's Haley Warden's fourth foul. As the basket is good. And Tiffin Beecham, number 22, will enter the game as Annie Skank comes out. 7:15 to go. It's 34-18 in favor of the Wildcats. Crystal Shockman on the rebound with Tricia Bryant. And jump ball, possession arrow to Finneytown.
Well, John, that was nice to see that inbounds play. Now, how many times did you and I have those girls run that over the last 10 years?
I know it, a lot of
Guys.
times. And Heidi Miller takes a three-point shot, gets fouled by Dina Rybeck, her third, and Heidi Miller will shoot three as she was fouled behind the three-point line. It means she gets 3 free tosses. Good shot of Heidi Miller right there. Heidi's a 5'8" senior at Finneytown, and she misses the first one.
I'm sure she'd like to have that free throw back.
Yeah, well, she gets 2 more here. Let's see what she does with this one. That one's up, and it's off on the left
John,
side.
when I played high school basketball, and I got my union card when I played. I laid so many bricks up there, they gave me a union card.
They had to go to wooden backboards, huh?
Yeah.
And Heidi takes the offer, and she misses all 3. Dina Rybeck, ball off to Tiffin Beecham. Back to Dina. Dina, nice shot from outside, off the front of the rim.
Good job of boxing out by Naomi Bronson.
Naomi Bronson on the run, and fouled by Crystal Shockman.
And Naomi did a good job, even though she was out almost to the three-point line, of boxing out one of the Indian Hill players and able to get the long rebound, bring it down the floor, and draw a foul.
Crystal Shockman commits her 4th foul as Lauren Rogers comes into the basketball game. And Sarah David takes a seat as one freshman replaces another one. And guess who's on the line? Naomi Bronson, number 22. She misses the front one, and Haley Warden on the rebound as she'll bring it down. Set the offense, see if we can't get something going. Over to Dina Rybeck in the corner. Haley with the 3 off the top, and misses that one. But we got to get some shots somewhere.
Well, it looks like Indian Hill's back into his own defense.
Yeah, somebody's not up top.
I take that back.
We got
They've
4
come back.
forwards in there right now. They spread the floor for Naomi.
Good job by Dina Rybeck there. Playing defense.
Oh, nice job, Crystal. Good anticipation right there, Larry.
Yes, it was. That's also a good job by Dina Ryback that last time of cutting off Naomi Campbell, making her give up the ball. He kind of cleared out the whole floor for her to have the ball.
Finneytown spread the floor that time. Tricia Wyant leaves her open for a nice little two-pointer. And the score's doubled as it goes to 36-18. Haley over to Gina, down to Tiffin Beecham, and she's fouled by number 31, Ann Crary, and that's the third foul on Ann, and 8th team foul on Finneytown.
It's been kind of fun to see both coaches coach a little bit from the sidelines as the game has gone along.
Well, needless to say, the Braves have been ice cold as Tiffin Beecham drops in that first of 2 shots. Comes off, and we've got a whistle. Violation on number 12. Heidi Miller stepped in too soon. She cannot step into the lane until Tiffin releases the basketball. Now she can jump in, and Tiffin takes advantage of that one and sinks a second. Make it 36-20 in favor of Finneytown.
Boy, what a play by 22.
And Haley Warden, I believe, has just fouled out of the ball game.
She dribbled from a trap in the corner at the far end of the floor, by a second trap at midcourt, down the lane and to the basket for 2.
Haley Warden fouls out with 10 points.
She's got a very, very good crossover in her dribble, and our girls at Indian Hill are having a little trouble trying to handle that.
Yeah, she's too quick for anybody we have. We don't have anybody can handle her. And the free throw is no good. And it's tied up on the rebound. And the possession arrow to Indian Hill. So Braves ball as Jill Tebby replaces Haley Warden in the lineup. Haley fouls out with 5:50 to go here in the ball game. Dina Ryback brings it up over to Crystal Schockman, and Crystal pass is deflected, and Naomi Bronson brings it down. Dina Ryback guards her. Nice steal by Crystal Schockman.
Good job of anticipating a pass and stealing the ball.
Jill Tebby travels. Changed her mind. It looked like she's going to start her dribble there, and then she went to pass, and at that point, she traveled.
Yeah, a little bit indecisive in whether she was going to pass or shoot. Or
Tricia Wyant takes it into Bronson. Nice steal by Dina Ryback. The count should have stayed on. The ball never crossed the 10-second line. They need to set up the charge. Don Schneider has a foul called. Comes out. It looks like it might be red 22 on a push. As she passed the ball off, Larry, she ran into, I think it's Tiffin Beecham.
It could be. We don't have a replay, but
we're going to have it later on in the year.
Well, maybe we can resurrect this game, huh?
Anthony DeMarco promised us that. And
well, if Anthony makes that promise, I know we'll have it.
You know it'll come through.
Yes, sir.
That sends Tiffin Beecham to the line to shoot the 1-on-1 as Naomi Bronson commits her 4th personal foul, and Tiffin hits the front end of the 1-on-1. Both teams have committed 9 fouls, and on the next foul by either team, it'll be a 2-shot double bonus. Tiffin up and rattles around. Lauren Rogers on the rebound. Ball is tipped, and it remains Braves basketball. Dina Ryback inbounds it. Tiffin Beecham, and Jill Tebby travels again. She moves the feet before the ball hits the floor. And that's a travel. Tricia Wyant throws the ball in. Heidi Miller brings it up. Tiffin Beecham on her. And foul on Tiffin Beecham, number 22, and that is her. Fouls. It looks like her first one. Double bonus. Nope. Oh, 1-on-1. Still 1-on-1 there. Heidi Miller shooting the 1-on-1. First shot up. It's good.
Nothing but net, John.
Nothing but nylon. Second of 2. Shots away, and that is also down the middle. 40-21, Finneytown. Lauren Rogers into Dina Rybeck, Jill Tebby, Crystal Schockman, Tiffin Beecham on the floor for the Braves. Tiffin Beecham launches a 3, just misses off to the right side, and Erin Flick travels with the basketball. Molly Whitaker comes back in the game. Number 32, Sarah David, comes back in the game as Dina Ryback and Lauren Rogers take a seat. Molly Whitaker with the ball out front. Over to Tiffin Beecham. Tries to force the ball inside to Sarah David. Wasn't there. And Naomi.
Good hustle by
Good
Sarah David.
Hustle by Sarah David rips that ball down.
That's a way to rip it off there.
Tricia Wyant picks up foul number 4.
Well, John, you and I both having daughters who are freshmen here at the school, we know a lot of these girls pretty well, and some of them are very, very good and tough competitors, Sarah David being one.
She definitely is. Tremendous athlete.
Yeah.
And I think between you and I and basketball, my wife and soccer, we've coached just about every sophomore and freshman on this Indian Hill Reserve varsity team at one time.
That's right, either soccer or that, and some of our friends have helped them with softball. So
right, and it's a great group of girls, and Indian Hill Braves, even though the score is 40-21, they have a bright future here in basketball, folks. So
right.
Bear with us. Come out, watch these kids play. They're fun to watch. They'll hustle for the full 32 minutes.
Some of these girls that are juniors and seniors have been in the program for several years. I'll tell you what, they're hard workers also. They've put in a lot of time and effort, and they've played well tonight also.
And they've had to fight a lot of adversity, Larry. They only won 3 ball games last year.
Right.
And it's tough to get up every game when you're coming in and the odds are against you. But they've persevered, and they've stayed with the program. And it's good to see Crystal and Dina and the girls out here playing the game. And Molly travels with the basketball. She's got to plant that pivot foot. Larry, we've probably had 10 travel calls tonight.
Probably 10 on each side.
They wax the floor before the game or what?
Well, I think part of it is a lot of it has to do with...
Nice steal by Crystal Schockman. Molly Whitaker up, and that's good.
Smart play by 22. Go ahead and give up the basket. It's not going to affect the game. Don't give them a three-point play. Good play by 22. When she lost the ball, don't return the favor and give them a foul also.
And she's got 4 fouls. She didn't want to foul out.
That's right.
So she stayed off, and Erin Flick throws it away. So now the Braves, 40-24. Tiffin Beecham will inbounds it to Molly Whitaker. And with 3:40 to go here in the ball game, John Warden along with Larry Eli bringing you tonight's game here. And it's been our pleasure to be with you, and hope you're back for the boys' game tomorrow night. Sarah David grabbed the ball, wanted to make her move, and she traveled. The boys will be here tomorrow night with Seven Hills in a non-league contest. And ICRC is covering that basketball game, so you will be able to pick that up. Check your local listings for when that game will be on.
Well, I'm looking forward to that game, John, as I'm going to help broadcast that game tomorrow night, and I'll get a chance to watch my son play for the boys varsity. So
well, that'll be a good time.
Just like you've had fun tonight watching your daughter play here.
It's a great time.
Yep.
She's not supposed to foul out, though. I told her about that.
Well, when was the last time our kids listened to their parents?
Yeah, hey, what's the matter with them?
Yeah.
But hey, she's young yet.
Yeah,
she only has about 85 more games to improve on that.
Okay. Well, that's the way with a lot of the kids out here. Basketball and any other sport, once you get to high school, you relearn the game from the way it was when you played previously. The ability of the athletes pick up, the speed picks up.
Couple substitutions for the Braves. Lauren Rogers, Courtney Cooper in the ball game, along with Sarah David, Molly Whitaker, and Crystal Schockman. We have 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior out there.
Well, Indian Hill calls timeout, and while we have a timeout, I'd like to let you know that the Indian Hill High School Video Department would like to extend its thanks to the Indian Hill Athletic Department. Through their cooperation, we are able to cablecast our school's fine athletic contests and give our athletes the recognition and attention they deserve. A special thanks for tonight's game goes out to Coach Kevin Seipel, Athletic Director Lindy Morrison, and their assistant Nikki McCracken, and also to Assistant Coach Mike Tyson.
And if our cameraman down on the floor can pick up, Nikki McCracken is in the crowd tonight. She is right behind the scorekeeper for Indian Hill, and she very rarely gets a chance to get to a basketball game, but we might be able to get a shot at Nikki sitting in the crowd. And she's up there with her hand on her chin, a little bit disgusted, but that's okay. She's here to support the girls. And I said earlier that she probably wasn't here. She works so hard during the day, she likes to go home and just take it easy.
Well, she does work awfully hard. She works a lot of hours and does a lot of fine things in helping run makes it a smoothly run athletic department. Well, what do you see in the last 3 minutes of this game, John? I see Indian Hill in desperate need of a lot of baskets, and Finneytown needing simply to pass the ball well to get to the open shot.
Well, we had an illegal substitution for Indian Hill. I don't know where it came from, but somebody either wasn't in the book, and Tricia Wyatt shoots the 2 shots. She missed the first one, and she will get to take the second, and she makes the second shot, and Finneytown will inbounds the ball at the midcourt stripe. And with 3:01 to go, it's 41-24. Indian Hill takes a timeout. They have possession. They not only lose possession, but they give a point away to the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So either somebody wasn't in the book or they didn't report. Nice pass down to Heidi Miller.
A real nice job by Naomi Bronson of finding the open person when she was double teamed.
Molly Whitaker throws the ball over to Crystal Schockman, deflected out of bounds by Naomi Bronson. And now we have number 50, Katie Pritchard, a 5'6" senior, in the ball game for Jill Tabby. And Katie will inbounds the ball. Another fantastic athlete here at Indian Hill. She qualified for the state tournament in golf this year. Excellent golfer. Shot by Dina Rybeck. Off the mark, and we have a foul in the backcourt.
That was a reach-in foul.
Yeah, it looks like
number 22 with her quickness is taken off down the floor. Someone reached in from the side and fouled her.
Molly Whitaker got a piece of her, and that's Molly's 3rd foul. Both teams are at the 10 limit, so Naomi Bronson will shoot 2. As number 33 for the Wildcats. And they've mixed these numbers all around, so I don't know who that is. Sorry, 33, but
Finneytown has a thin bench tonight, and their coach has been able to work in. Carol Miller's been able to work in most all their players tonight into the lineup. I think that might be the first time that 33 has been in the game. But
yeah, I talked to Carol before the game. She had, like I say, 4 kids out. Didn't even make the trip over here, and so she was shorthanded and still has played an excellent ball game as it's a 20-point lead with 2:25 to go in the basketball game. The Wildcats over the Braves, and that ball is thrown by Katie Pritchard in the backcourt, and that creates an over back call, and it'll be out of bounds to the Wildcats. Aaron Flick will throw the ball in bounds. Dina Ryback on the defense there. Molly Whitaker staying right with Naomi Bronson, denying her the basketball. Sarah David guarding Heidi Miller. And a nice pass by Lauren Rogers. Down on the left hand. Got off stride. And we have a jump ball tied up by Molly Whitaker. Nice hustle by Molly. And the arrow goes to the Braves as Hillary Peters, another excellent freshman, checks in the ball game for Sarah David. So she'll get a 2:02 here. Get a little playing time in as Coach Seipel utilizes his bench this evening. Dina Ryback shoots the three, and that's on the mark. Nice shot by Dina Ryback. She needed that one.
Good job by. That was a very, very good job.
She's been out there hustling this whole game. Got a little bit of the arm there, but that's okay, Dina. Way to get down the floor.
That was a good job, that last basket by Indian Hill, by Hillary Peters. She received the ball, getting it right back to the open person, which I believe was Dina, who put the three-pointer in.
Jolene Miller, 5'6" junior, enters the ball game for Molly Whitaker. Molly, one of the tri-captains, and played a nice game tonight, as everybody that's dressed varsity has been in the ball game this evening for the Braves. And number 33 hits the first one of two, the mystery player. They have Aaron Flick as 33, but Aaron is number 11, so I don't know who 33 is.
Well,
and she can't.
Wherever you are, nice shot on the free throw.
Nice two free throw shots there. As Dina Ryback brings it down over to Jolene Miller. Katie Pritchard has the ball. Nice bounce pass. Back to Dina. Inside to Lauren Rogers, off her fingertips. And Heidi Miller picks the ball up back over to Naomi Bronson as there's a minute 20 to go in the ball game. 46-27 in favor of the Wildcats. There goes Naomi to the basket, and she throws it in. The young lady can play the game.
Yes, sir, she can. She can dribble, penetrate, shoot. She can do it all.
Katie Pritchard throws the ball, and it's deflected by Heidi Miller. Out of bounds to the Braves. Right now we have two seniors, two freshmen, and a junior on the basketball floor. Hillary Peters, nice dribble, turn, took the shot, a little bit off the mark. Had a tough time squaring her shoulders up to the basket.
Yeah, it was a tough shot.
But I tell you, Hillary is very aggressive, and I tell you, she'll be making her mark in this basketball gym before her career's over with. 5-second held ball count, closely guarded. She must pass the ball before the 5-second count comes.
Finneytown's in no hurry to pass the ball or even shoot again with a 19-point lead and 30 seconds left. So good interception, good anticipation by number 33.
And Hillary Peters on the steal. And the foul called. 42, Hillary Peters commits her first foul. And that'll send Naomi Bronson to the line, shooting two, as the Wildcats and the Braves are in the double bonus.
Boy, have you been keeping track? How many points does Naomi have for her?
Yeah, I've been writing them. I've got across here. Let me see. I have unofficially 21.
Wow. Out of 48.
Out of 48.
Quite a bit of scoring there by that girl. But I tell you, she's got a lot of ability.
Strictly unofficial. Because as quick as she is, I may have missed one.
Or two.
Or two. And she makes the first of two free throws. Second shot up off the front of the rim. Naomi back with the basketball, top of the key. 14 seconds remain. And Heidi Miller takes the shot from the side. Jolene Miller on the rebound and can't get control of it. It's out of bounds to the Finneytown Wildcats. Aaron Fleck will put it in. And I guess the best part of the evening is there's only 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
Rebound, Lauren Rogers, and folks, that's the basketball game. 49 for the Finneytown Wildcats, 27 for the Indian Hill Braves. And for Larry Eli, this is John Warden. We've had a great time bringing you tonight's game. Join us tomorrow night, December 4th, for the Cincinnati Hills League. Oh, no, it's not a league game tomorrow night, Larry.
No.
It's Seven Hills versus Indian Hill.
Correct.
Larry, I enjoyed it, buddy.
That was great. Thanks, John, and we look forward to seeing you again during the season this year.
Okay. And thank you for watching, folks. Good night.
Good night.